I became non-binary in first grade. So the fact that this happened and I didn't know about it is very upsetful to me.
Do you know what a bill is?
Like a dollar bill, parents have to pay money? Like an electric bill or like an oil bill?
There's another type of bill.
There is?
Yeah, we're talking about the law bill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the law bill.
If you want like a new rule, you have to give it to the government, and then if the government signs it, it's the new rule.
Exactly. Now, recently, there was a very controversial bill that was passed in the state of Florida.
I think I know what bill you're talking about.
Critics call it the Don't Say Gay bill. Supporters call it the Parental Rights in Education bill. And now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed it into law. The new law states that classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through third grade.
I'm in third grade.
Or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards.
You are not allowed to learn about genders and stuff like that in school from pre-K to third grade. And I became non-binary in first grade. So the fact that this happened and I didn't know about it is very upsetful to me.
Gay actually also means happy. So what if they're reading some kind of poem for like literature and then they're like, no, you said gay.
But it means happy, miss.
No, it means you like men.
With that said, the legislation does not make clear what is, quote, age appropriate or developmentally appropriate, because state standards for sexual orientation and gender identity are almost non-existent for many grades.
Is he a president of a country?
So he is a governor of a state. He's kind of like the president of the state of Florida.
ABC's Victor Akendo joins me now on the phone for more. So lay it out for us, Victor, about the impact this law will have on students there in Florida.
Critics warn that it could prevent teachers and schools from helping children who feel bullied, isolated, or like they have nowhere to turn.
So people can't even say gay.
So the bill doesn't actually say that. That's just one of the things that critics call it.
He's the governor of a state. Shouldn't he know how it could affect people?
According to the Trevor Project, 52% of LGBTQ youth enrolled in middle or high school reported being bullied in the last year. 42% reported seriously considering suicide.
I do kind of get it, so kids can't bully people for who they want to be, but it's also wrong because kids also shouldn't be bullying people who they want to be.
So basically, this bill allows parents in the state of Florida to make decisions about what their children are taught and not taught in school, including topics like gender identity, sexual orientation, mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being.
It means that kids won't be able to learn about LGBTQ people.
The bill has a lot of supporters, but it also has a lot of people who are upset by it. So let's watch a little bit more.
Here's the governor signing the bill into law on Monday.
I don't care what corporate media outlets say. I don't care what Hollywood says.
Is he the person who made it a law?
Here I stand. I'm not backing down. And so in Florida, we will make sure that parents can send their kids to school to get an education, not an indoctrination.
I feel like he's one of those, like, yeah, I care about you. No, we really need to sort this out. I'm so sorry that happened. You get out of his office immediately, just like, oh, I need some wine, man.
But those who oppose the bill say it doesn't protect parents, it only harms children. This is Democrat Chevron Jones, the Florida Senate's first openly gay member.
I believe that we all want to do right. But it seems as if politics we have gone down a road to where we're scared to just step out to make sure we're not hurting people.
I feel kind of bad because he looks sad, and I don't want him to be sad. It makes me feel bad for him because he's sad for something about the bill and the new rules.
Tell them what's going on. Let them know how you feel. They need to see it from an LGBTQ view.
This bill has been very divisive because a lot of people think that because it's so broadly written and a lot of it has to be clarified and defined, could target specifically LGBT students and how teachers and trusted adults in classrooms could communicate about certain topics.
What a lot of people are saying is that the bill says all these things, but it leaves a lot open to interpretation.
They're just digging their own hole because that means there's many wormholes and loopholes you can go through, but also it means that they can make things up if they want to. So really they're kind of trying to get an advantage themselves by being vague and not being specific because then it can't backfire on them.
The governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, he ended up supporting this bill and he signed it into law. Now here's what he says about the bill.
We've seen instances of students being told by different folks in school, oh, don't worry, don't pick your gender yet, do all this other stuff. They won't tell the parents about these discussions that are happening. That is entirely inappropriate. To get into situations where you're not having the parent, you're hiding things from the parent, you're injecting these concepts about choosing your gender, that is just inappropriate for our schools.
You don't really choose your gender, it just feels more comfortable. It's to make you feel comfortable in your own skin. I agree that parents should know at least what's going on with their kids a little bit, but there's no need to force your child out of the closet or to say something they're not comfortable with. If you want to tell your parent, you tell your parent. If you want to tell your teacher, you tell your teacher. They should know not to tell it, kind of like a therapist.
No, you shouldn't hide stuff from the parents. Okay, I get that, but you should in some circumstances. Like the kid wants to kill themselves because of something their parents did. You don't really want to tell the parent that.
Do you think you should be able to talk about that at school?
No. People could get bullied. They should be able to talk about it in school with the teacher, say they can understand stuff more. I get why they would write this bill because kids could get bullied at school, but I also feel like kids should be open about who they want to be.
In my school, some people actually make fun of it. I really don't care. I just get mad at them and say, be quiet, don't say nothing. Treat others like the way you want to be treated.
And so you actually look at the bill and it says, no sexual instruction in grades pre-K through 3. And so how many parents want their kindergartners to have transgenderism or something injected into classroom instruction?
Transgenderism. I don't believe there's ever been a moment where a teacher has been like, okay kids, today we're learning about transgender people. They don't go into detail. Yeah, you're a man, but you want to be a girl. There's no point in having this law because there's no reason teachers should be doing that.
Gardeners to have transgenderism or something injected into classroom instruction.
He literally said no sexual instruction. That is way different than no LGBTQ stuff. People who are LGBTQ are being hurt a lot because you're saying no to LGBTQ, to learning about that stuff. But it is important to have education on this stuff because this stuff involves life.
So what exactly is Governor Ron DeSantis talking about?
He's talking about if you do like you were born as a boy, but then you do the identity thing as a girl, and other kids are talking about it, so then he's saying it's inappropriate for the kids to talk about it because it's for all the grown-ups.
We know this is all kind of confusing. There's a lot to this, but since you're a kid and you're in 3rd grade, we thought that we would ask your opinion on some of the things that people are arguing about when it comes to this bill. The bill says that you can't discuss sexual orientation. So if your teacher was a boy and was talking about his husband, do you think that he should get in trouble for that?
No.
No.
A teacher is talking about personal stuff that's happening in his life.
It is a part of life. It is fine if people are this way.
It's kind of equivalent to a man talking about his wife. They're talking about their significant other. There's nothing wrong with that.
He will get in trouble because he's talking about something inappropriate in class and with the kid. So then I don't know. It's just hard. It's too hard to explain.
Do you think that parents should be able to decide what you're taught in school?
Yes. My mom decides learn math.
Say a parent wants to explain about the LGBTQ plus to their child themselves, and they don't want the teacher doing it. I can understand that, but if you're just taking it up purely because you don't want your child to be anywhere near the LGBTQ plus, wow, gee, thanks. Your kid's gonna learn a lot more when they go into the world and be completely confused and most likely either blame it on you or society.
If it were up to you whether or not to sign this bill into law, would you sign it?
I would burn it to the ground.
No. It's a stupid law. It makes no sense because none of this would be actually happening.
No.
Why not?
Because then you don't have to choose the rule, like your parents don't have to choose it, you can choose it yourself. So then you can like do the things you like or look at a new one, might try it, or you can just not, if you don't like it, you can just sign out and not do it and pick something else you like again.
You need to let people be who they want to be. It's a part of a person's life. It's who they are.
If you keep on pretending to be the person that you're not, you'll never be the actual person that you want to be.